I was gonna make a video about the separate, like each individual law of the universe, and I realized like that's redundant, and it's kind of a dickhead move. Like I don't really care about views on individual videos like that. I'm just gonna put them all, condense them all into one. So wrote them down here so I don't forget. The laws of the universe. Apparently when I remember them, there was 7 and 8 sometimes. And then sometimes 9. Now there's 12. But they were always here. Anyways, the law of divine oneness. Pretty self-explanatory. Everything is connected. Everything is one. Everything is the same. But it's like, imagine a picture, you know what I'm saying, or a painting. You look at this painting concise, like cohesively, like as one whole piece, and all these different constituents of the painting express something, but you don't call the Mona Lisa just because of the woman in the middle. You know what I'm saying? It's the Mona Lisa because of everything that comes together. That's like life. Everything is one painting. You know what I'm saying? But we within this painting are the different constituents of the painting. Next would be the law of vibration. Everything moves at a frequency and vibrates, and like attracts like. Like, this is a very important one. You don't get what you want in life. You get what you are. That's why I'm always so like adamant about to anyone in my life about like making sure your thoughts are on the right frequency. If you want to attract abundance, you have to be in the frequency of abundance. If you're in the frequency of lack, of thinking, oh, I don't have enough, I have to do more, I have to do this, you're going to attract that reality towards you, because the universe doesn't care what you want. It cares about what you are. It doesn't really care. It's just like, it's just vibrating. You know what I'm saying? You are a certain thing, and then that thing connects. It's hard to make sense if you don't experience it. But it's like this. The friends that you have around you are a reflection of you. You may not realize it if you don't like these friends, or if you're around people that you don't particularly like. But that's probably, if you feel that way, it's probably because you don't like yourself. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you just surround yourself with the same material. You know what I'm saying? Because everything, even though it looks a certain way, it's all just material, just spiritual material. You know what I'm saying? And if you look at it objectively, even relationships, even especially people that you don't like, you know what I'm saying? People that you have fights with, there's something about them that you are aligned with. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was this one guy that still lives in this house that I live in, that actually got arrested because of a situation where me and him were fighting. And I was, I really didn't quote unquote like this guy. I'm not gonna say I like him, but it's like, I'm gonna speak badly, but this is not reflective of how I feel at this current moment. It's how I felt at that moment. I thought of him as this big fat white guy, and I'm saying he's like 6 foot something. I'm saying he looks like he smells. He gives that type of energy. I'm sorry, I don't mean to put out negative energy, but this is how I was thinking about him. You know what I'm saying? And there was probably aspects within my own psyche that viewed these things about him towards myself, where I could feel the inadequacy that he felt towards himself, towards myself. There was parts of myself that I didn't particularly like. You know what I'm saying? I thought of them as unattractive. You know what I'm saying? So I would obviously get in a fight with someone who I think is unattractive, because that's how I thought of myself. Now I'm still living in the same house, even though it was a whole situation. But I barely ever see the guy. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm on a different frequency now. I am not vibrating on the frequency that he's vibrating on. So I never, like, he literally lives in the basement. I live on the top floor. So it's like we're further than we could have possibly been. Like before, I was living the floor right above him, so we would see each other right pretty often. But anyways, that's the law of vibration. I'm saying just vibrate at the right at what you want to vibrate at what you want to experience, and that relates to another law. But let's go down the list. This isn't in any particular order. It's just how I wrote it down. The law of correspondence, as within, so without, as above, so below. And that's just to say everything is a reflection of what's going on within. All these laws, they all correspond to each other. Like what you are vibrating on within is what the reality around you will be vibrating on. And I'm saying, like, if you look at a tree, the roots and the branches or whatever, they're pretty similar. You know what I'm saying? If you look at it, similar to our brains and our veins. You know what I'm saying? The system that is going on around our body of our circulatory system or whatever this shit's called, it's sort of like, it looks like our brain just like just drawn out. I don't really know if a brain is like that or like that, but it's like everything upwards is downwards and everything downwards is going upwards, but there's different relativities with the up and the down realm, where it's like things upwards are more condensed and things downwards are more expanded. You know what I'm saying? Because let's levels to this shit. We'll get there in the future. For the law of attraction. We're just gonna skip past that law. It I don't know any other way to make it make sense, because to me it's just like something that you just know. Like, how do you explain the law of correspondence properly? What happens in your mind will happen in reality. What happens in your heart will happen in reality. You know I'm saying everything that's going on inside is reflected in the world. Everything that's going on in the cosmos will be reflected in our realm. It's like there's no other way to make it make sense besides going through all the laws. My fault. The law for the law of attraction. Your thoughts focus and magnify towards you. This the law of attraction is very, like, people misinterpret it. The other, maybe last year, I figured out the secret to the law of attraction. Your mind is sort of like a magnifying glass, where it's like whatever you think about, it magnifies. Now I'm saying if I think about one thing, let's say I'll think about cats. Now all of a sudden I'm focusing on cats. And those the frequency of that, it's actually way easier if I talk about it in the frequency way. If I focus on negative magnifies in my head. If I focus on the bad situations in life, those bad situations will get bigger and bigger and bigger until I can't, like, I feel like I'm suffocating under the weight of negativity. You know what I'm saying? If I focus on positivity, the exact same thing can happen. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was saying, or that relates to what I was saying in another video about aeons and them trying to get you off of your focus. I'm saying, and focusing on things that you don't want in life. I'm saying, like racism and all these different problems and binaries, trying to separate you from the power of manifesting the reality that you want. I'm saying, because all these things are true, but just like I had in a short yesterday, like negative and positive are relative. Like everything is neutral, and you decide if something is negative or if something is positive. And then when you decide it's negative, then you are magnifying the negativity. If you decide it's positive, you're magnifying the positivity. And they just attract. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty simple when you think about it like that. I don't know how else to. All these are really simple, but people make them seem hard. Law of inspired action. Excuse me. Take aligned steps / actions towards your desires. That's similar. See, all these are corresponding. If you want something, let's say I desire a relationship. all you really got to do is treat yourself the way that you feel you would be treated within a relationship. Know what I'm saying? Take yourself out, care for yourself. Know what I'm saying? Really value your thoughts, your expression, your existence. Know what I'm saying? Validate who you are if you feel as though you want to be validated. Because oftentimes we are seeking something from somebody that we don't offer to ourselves. And then when we get into said relationship, nothing changes. They just treat us the way we are already treating ourselves. You know what I'm saying? It's it's not really hard to explain. It's easier to explain though, like when I do myself nicely, when I do myself justice, when I'm out here like treating myself, for some reason people want to treat me. When I'm out here thinking, "Oh, poor me. Oh, I'm not owed anything by the world and this and that." And that's true. No one is owed anything. You know what I'm saying? But when you think you are not deserving of love, people are going to think that about you as well. It's like being attractive is more than just a look. It's an actual feeling. Like you feel good about yourself. And it's like, for some reason, other people want to see what that feeling is like. Oh, you are someone who feels good about who you are. Maybe I want to experience that. Maybe I want to know what it feels like to feel good about you. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know how to make it words, but like, I feel like you understand. The law of cause and effect. I don't know why I'm acting like people can't comprehend this shit. That's my personal problem. Never mind that. The law of cause and effect. Every action has a reaction. Now this is another one that people get misconstrued. Karma does not mean, it actually has nothing to do with good and bad. Absolutely zero to do with good and bad. It simply means cause and effect. Every action has a reaction. And that is not every action will have the same reaction. Like me and someone else can do something and we can have completely different reactions just because of what is going on within our system and how we plan to take this action. It's hard to, I can't think of an example right now, but all of these add up together. So it's like you'll start to see the law of compensation. The universe rewards your efforts. Now, this is one that people really fucking need the privy to. Because in this world, there is a false narrative of you do good, or the good people are always doing good, and they never get what they deserve. And the bad people, they just do bad, and the world goes their way. That is not true. Or it's relatively true. But it's not true for the right reasons. It's true for the wrong reasons. Because whatever you are exuding, whatever you are putting out into the universe, you will get back. But a lot of times people think that they deserve more than they are putting out, or they are expecting to be treated a certain way. Like, how do you put this? Like, they will do something good, but they won't be on a good frequency. They'll do this thing that is good, and then, like, because of a law, the 13th law of gestation, they don't wait for the cause to come back to them. They don't wait for their efforts to be rewarded. So instead of keeping the positive energy that made them provide a certain fruit or a certain action or a certain effort, instead of keeping in that alignment, they were like, "Oh man, fuck this world. I keep on doing all this stuff, and I never get treated how I deserve." And then they switch their frequency into something that is of undeservedness. And I'm saying the strongest frequency in this world is gratitude. The three strongest things in this world is care, love, and gratitude. Actually, let's just get that out the way. I'm saying you live with these three energies, you can't fail. You actually can't fail. Honest to God. Honest to God. Honest to God. Oh, oh. Let's just love compensation. The universe will reward you for your efforts, but you must stay structured. You must stay steadfast. You know what I'm saying? I forget the word, but you have to be persistent in who you are and what you believe in, and the fact that there is good coming, that there is a reward and an equal compensation for the action that you have taken. Bars. um, 8. The law of perpetual transmutation of energy. Energy changes form, but it is never destroyed. Oh, this one's probably the deepest one. Because this is the one that, once you understand this, you realize, like, we've always been here. You know what I'm saying? We've always been reincarnating since the beginning of time. Since before the beginning of time, we've always been reincarnating because energy cannot be destroyed. You die, but your soul, the thing that is projecting your body and has manifested your body, because it's not the other way around. A lot of people think that your soul is in your body, but your soul is the thing that has manifested your body into creation. You know what I'm saying? That's to say that that soul has been forever. That soul is forever, and it always will be forever. It can't be destroyed. Energy can't be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Once you die, it just transfers into another form. You know what I'm saying? And that's in so many different things. So many different things. Love in this life that you have with people. That shit doesn't die. That shit transmutes. Anger, that shit don't die. That shit transmutes. Happiness, that shit don't die. That shit transmutes. Like, never try to end something. Try to change it. Try to take the thing and mold it into something else because it cannot leave. This energy will not leave. So use it to your advantage. You know what I'm saying? Wow, even me, I took some game from that. Ooh. Um, like this second. 9, the law of relativity. Everything is relative. Ooh, 17. I love that number. Everything is relative to your perspective. Like I was saying before, what you think is good, someone else may think is bad. So a millionaire may think a dollar is nothing. Someone who is homeless and hasn't touched money in years may like think of a dollar as like the greatest thing that they've ever, the greatest opportunity, greatest gift of God. You know what I'm saying? You just have to align with that frequency of gratitude. You know what I'm saying? Because everything is relative. There's so many millionaires that are so depressed with their lives. Like this has been a thing. This has been a thing. I don't know why people are so adamant on getting out of their situation instead of transmuting their situation. That's why I say be in abundance. Don't be in lack. No matter what you have something. Because relative to someone else, you have something. That grass is always greener. I'm saying there's guys that are hating their girlfriend. There's guys that are looking at that nigga's girl like, oh, I wish I had a girl. I'm saying everything is relative. So find your relativity. The law of polarity. Everything has an opposite. Good and bad, dark and light. All of that is relative. And all of that is just binaries. You know what I'm saying? It's it's more as